Good afternoon. Today, two brilliant games as Chelsea face Manchester United. And what a finish as Nottingham Forest take on Aston Villa. Well, those are our feature games, plus a special report on second division leaders Blackburn Rovers against Huddersfield. But let's go straight to Stamford Bridge. 42,000 there, including the England manager Bobby Robson. Chelsea against Manchester United. Kerry Dixon, that remarkable young Chelsea striker with an astonishing scoring rate of 23 goals in 25 games this season, is the man most likely to test the restructured Manchester United defence today. Manager Ron Atkinson, somewhat exasperated by United's generosity in recent games, brings in Paul McGrath to the centre of his defence, and he'll get a run in the side now, says Ron. Mike Duxbury moves back to right back, perhaps his most comfortable position, and John Gidman is left out. Gordon Strachan passed a test on a calf injury. Chelsea keep Gordon Davis, formerly of Fulham, in their attack alongside Dixon, with David Speedie now the sub, and Colin Pates, recovered from a groin injury, returns as captain and to the heart of the defence. The referee today is Lester Shapter of Torquay. So a big crowd and a big atmosphere then as Chelsea in the blue strip take the goal to our right. And a touch straight away for Nijveski. Chelsea keeper. Colin Pates back after that groin injury. Here's Dixon's first header, Keith Jones. And the ball into touch, it's a Manchester United throw. Robson, who will need to be a really big influence in the middle of the Manchester United side today. Certainly United's away form has been disappointing, to say the least. They've lost their last three away, and they really have thrown away chances to go clear at the top of the first division. McLaughlin towards Dixon. McGrath sticking really close to him. He knows he has to. Murin. Wood. Wood with the throw. Davis getting away from Robson. McLaughlin. Spackman. Trying to get it through to Joey Jones, who'd gone through. The touch now, and Davis. And a brilliant strike for Chelsea with a little over 5 minutes gone. And Gordon Davis, who got a hat-trick at Everton, 4 goals in his last 3 games since he arrived from Fulham. And the big crowd really enjoying that one. Played through delightfully there. And off the post, into the back of the net, Chelsea in the lead. But here's Hughes. Will it be a quick riposte? No, because Pates is there for Chelsea. Well, it's a good run Chelsea are having, unbeaten in their last 8. That's taken them into the top 8 in the table. And here's Dixon on his way, but this time he's offside. And United, having lost their last 3 away, get that old familiar feeling. McLaughlin, good header. And touch through, and Davis is on his way again, onside, but there are 4 United players coming back, and in the end it very nearly went in. The one Chelsea player, Davis, causing such havoc with a good break and keen persistence in spite of the attentions of 4 United defenders. Still managed to poke it through, but then just wide of the post. Evan again, giving Strachan problems. Robson just sticking out the foot and getting it away. And Keith Jones with a tremendous shot and a fine save by Gary Bailey. He's such a useful midfield player. He's got 4 goals this season, Keith Jones. And the management here will say he does the simple things effectively. That's his great quality. Well, there's him taking the corner now. And it was that time a simple catch for Bailey. Well, nothing going for United at the moment. Ulverston cut out by McLaughlin. Spackman getting it to Wood. Should be Joey Jones's. Indeed it is. Free kick to Chelsea. Joey Jones keeping Doug Rugby out of the side at the moment. Such is the competition for places here. Spackman, but, well, Nevin will turn it back. Bailey thought it was going out. Dixon's underneath it, and in the end, McGrath had to put it over. Well, never take anything for granted, and there's no doubt that Bailey thought that was going out. Nevin had other ideas. Bailey stopped for a moment. Nevin turned it back in. Dixon was poised underneath it, but McGrath, with a magnificent header, put it away for the corner. Keith Jones with it, Stapleton. Strachan getting it away. Well, when the sides met up at Old Trafford earlier this season, it finished 1-1, and Chelsea admits that they were murdered by Manchester United for the first 20 minutes. Well, the boot is most surely on the other foot today. With 17 minutes gone, United have hardly had a sniff. Ulverston. Muren. And McGrath. Neatly getting around Spackman. Robson showing his luck away on the left here, and the pass finding Stapleton. He's got Hughes waiting in the middle. Tremendous goal. A fine equaliser for Manchester United by Mark Hughes. With 23 minutes gone. Well, it was tremendous work by Brian Robson away down that left-hand flank. And what a superb piece of finishing. Robson playing it in, Stapleton with the cross, and what a fine header by Hughes to make it 1-1. So Mark Hughes notches up his 14th goal of the season, and United are back in the game. Nevin came off Ulverston. It'll be Chelsea's throw. The linesman, in fact, was flagging for an offside against Gordon Davis. It won't be a throw, it'll be a free kick. Muren, Robson, Arnold Muren. Robson right in there again. This time Jones. Oh, he's given it to Moses. Now to Robson, and now to Moses. They've got into the lead. Well, Chelsea will look, I suppose, towards Keith Jones, who might have got it away more effectively. But having lost it there, United regained it to great advantage. Robson, what a delightful ball. And there's the finishing touch. And United go 2-1 ahead. Remy Moses. Wood. The shot was just wide from Gordon Davis. The thrills are thick and fast here at both ends of the field. Good first time volley, wide of the goal. Robson, that's not a bad ball either. McQueen had gone up and stayed there. Last 10 minutes in the first half. McQueen versus McLaughlin, and now Nevin. Three Scots all involved there.
kick to United. Arnold Buren with it. Robson making a break towards the near post, but the back post was Stapleton, and Nichlewski spotting that Dixon is up, saying, well, let's give this a run. Oh, well, that's trouble for Duxbury. That's big trouble for Duxbury. It's certainly a booking. And the England fullback in a lot of trouble from the referee for that, because Dixon was absolutely in the clear. Whether he would have reached that ball or not, I don't know. But Duxbury made sure that he didn't. And the Chelsea fans are shouting off, 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 and I would say that Mr. Duxbury has got to err just once more, and that would be his fate. Joey Jones with the free kick. And McLaughlin in there. In the end, Dixon's header falls gently into the arms of Gary Bailey. I must say that Dixon's had few opportunities this afternoon. McGrath has kept a very tight watch on him. He's played well. As the whistle goes, and United, after a desperately bad start there, when Gordon Davis put them behind, a goal for Chelsea after 5 minutes. Then Mark Hughes and then Remy Moses scored for Manchester United. Both those goals, in fact, set up by Brian Robson, who has been the key figure probably for Manchester United this afternoon. A half-time then at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea 1, Manchester United 2. And a few gentlemen here who've known a few ups and downs in life, no doubt, and certainly in the history of this club, the famous Chelsea pensioners. So Manchester United then start the second half attacking the goal to our right, leading by 2-1. Stable and touch. One of the more significant statistics in recent times is that Chelsea have lost so few games, 6 only league games in 1984 in the whole of the year. They've got a bit of work to do here now to pull this game round. United leading by 2-1, and Moses in danger there of being tripped by Spackman. David Speedy then on as a substitute for Keith Jones in this second half. A really competitive little player, whether it's a game like this or even a training sprint, he likes to win. Dixon, a delightful touch there for Mickey Thomas. Oh, and he might come for Davis, and somehow Gary Bailey got a hand to it and kept it out. Duxbury away. And it certainly looked as though, well, at the moment Mark Hughes is off the field and down. But suddenly it looked as though Chelsea were in again. The ball, in fact, being played back by a United defender. Davis onto it. And Bailey keeping it out. Moses. Thomas. Brought down. Oh, now. Thomas and Moses getting desperately involved there. And the referee will want to take some sort of action there. Come here, he says, and Moses will go into the book. Duxbury's already there, and I would have thought that he's got to do the same with Mickey Thomas, who is there right beside the referee. A handshake now, but that might be a little too late. So Moses' name is certainly there. And I assume that Mickey Thomas, yes, has gone in as well. There'll be a free kick to Chelsea. So presumably the foul by Moses in the first thing was irked Thomas so, but his retaliation meant that he had to be punished too. Now Robson. So aware of everything around him and knew that Strachan was there, and having made his pass, makes a lovely run for the return. Now can he cross in a ball for Strachan? And is it in? It's gone there. Well, it's anybody's guess who scored it. Stapleton was right in there. Strachan came away with his arm aloft. But there's no doubt about it, United have gone 3-1 ahead. And again, Brian Robson has made the running for them. With the cross in there and the pass for Strachan. And as it comes in there, it looks like an own goal by Joe McLaughlin. Nevin. Speedy. Touch by Robson again. Moses. McLaughlin, beaten by Mark Hughes, and United are on their way again. And the big Chelsea centre-half desperately trying to pull back the United player, just as Duxbury did in the first half, in an almost identical position. And McLaughlin's name will also go into the book, as did Duxbury's in the first half. Almost exact replica of that first half incident. So free kick to Manchester United, already leading by 3-1. Strachan behind it, curling it over the wall, and deflection past it, and a corner. Corner then to United. And McQueen almost got an important header in there, and Chelsea only too delighted to get that one away. Nevin, the little touch. Davis is on his way again. United have surrendered 2-goal leads before this season at Sunderland and at Nottingham Forest. And Chelsea are putting under pressure again now. Ball with Nevin. Touch through for Spackman. Just kept it in point of fact. And Jones likewise. What a curious incident this is. Speedy now. Can he get a shot in? No, he can't. Because Robson, of course it was Robson, was there to deny him. Offside flag against Nevin. And you work it out. He's been an absolute inspiration up and down the field. And he's had a hand in all 3 of Manchester United's goals. Brian Robson. Good play by Nevin. Lovely play. Now, can he get Speedy in? They claim handball, and a penalty's given against McGrath. A penalty given as Speedy put it in. Good play again by Nevin, and what a delightful little ball. And Speedy certainly battled away there. And that was the handball. Well, Kerry Dixon scored twice from the spot against Queen's Park Rangers on Boxing Day. And Kerry Dixon, if he can score with this one, then it'll make it goal 24 of the season for him. But it really puts Chelsea back into this game. Now, he knows the pressure that's on him, but can he do the business against Gary Bailey? Oh, he's missed it! The man who seems to score goals at will has failed disastrously from the penalty spot. And in fact, it was a pretty terrible penalty. Didn't begin to hit it properly. And as you can see, a good yard wide. Hughes. Strachan. Throw to United. Strachan again. Robson. There's his cross. Oh, and it almost went in again. Stapleton there pouncing when McLaughlin and Nijveski between them seemed unable to cope. Lovely crossing again by Robson. And then Nijveski pouncing just in time. Well, the Chelsea faithful, I think, assuming now that it's all up. What was going to hopefully be a great victory against a great side looks as though it's going to be a defeat. But here's Speedy, looking for Nevin. Still little Pat Nevin doing well, but Robson there to get some power into his header. And Moses to chase on. Now Hughes, hopeful of getting the better. Well, Pate's bringing him down. And that could well be a bit of trouble for Colin Pates. Indeed, the referee reaching for his book. But what was really impressive was Hughes' fantastic burst of speed, and this is, remember, the last minute or so of a game played in pretty heavy conditions. So, as you can see, with just 2 minutes remaining, 3-1 to Manchester United. Hughes. Joey Jones getting it away to Nevin. A little flick through for Thomas. Stopped quite comfortably by McQueen. Well, we've seen the rehabilitation of Manchester United away from home, that's for sure. The match winner, without question for them, has been Brian Robson. Absolutely superb in the midfield and in his ability to make the goals. And at the back, well, Paul McGrath and Gordon McQueen between them really snuffed out Kerry Dixon and Chelsea in attack. Dixon's misery, of course, complete when he missed that penalty close to the end that might well have got Chelsea back into the game. But a great afternoon of skillful and exciting football in front of a big crowd here at Stamford Bridge. And the final score, it's Chelsea 1, Manchester United 3.
Yes, a very exciting and absorbing game there, and Manchester United quite clearly back on the road once more. And another side making a surge right now are Nottingham Forest. Their match against Aston Villa, that's a real thriller. It comes up in a moment, as indeed does our special report on Blackburn against Huddersfield. That's after the break.
Back this, sir. Where? Right.
Roger, Cairngorm base, ETA casualty 1800 hours.
Don't worry, they're on the way. Weather's closing in. I hope they
Look! The people you rely on most rely on Ford Transit.
There is a credit card that is welcomed in over 200,000 shops, garages, hotels, restaurants, railway stations and banks in this country, and over 4 million worldwide. A card that is used thousands of times, every hour, every day of every week, making it more widely accepted than any charge card in the world. A card that is backed by one of Britain's leading personal banking groups. That card is Trust Card. No matter who you bank with, Trust Card, it's all you need.
Everything all right, Norman? Eh?
Half an hour tonight, Tom.
I told everybody, plain Bob Minimus.
What's up?
Something wrong, Robert.
Nothing should disturb that condor moment.
Ready, Brexcon. Nutty.
Come on, come on.
Hey, Louise. Have a nice time.
It's my big dart smash tonight, remember? 180.
Like your new Sierra, Mr. Wilton. It's very comfy. Louise said it's got a terrific stereo.
Yes, but I'm afraid it doesn't play Duran-Duran-y. It is a 1985 GL model, though. Brand new 1800 engine, 5-speed gearbox, doesn't half shift, too. Very useful for a driver like me.
Dad.
Right, girls, there you go. the untamed wilderness.
Hello, Robert. I say, awfully good of you to offer to help.
Mrs. Wilson says you're a wizard with tents.
Tense? If he says dib, dib, dib once more, I'll have him.
The 1985 Ford Sierra. It's one of the family.
Holiday and travel advertising on Central. For your free holiday brochures, ring this number or fill in the coupon in the TV Times.
And welcome back. Well, now to the top of the second division are the leaders Blackburn Rovers, getting back to those glory days they enjoyed so many years ago. Yesterday they were at home to Huddersfield Town, another club with an illustrious past. Peter Brackley was there.
For all Ewood Park's tradition and treasured memories, 18 years have now passed since this famous old club last played its football in the highest company. Blackburn Rovers remember England's World Cup winning year as the season they were relegated. The place, though, has lost none of its character, the homely charm of the boardroom with its spread for the guests that's arguably the finest in the land. You just try their pies, said Brian Moore, who knows about these things. As for the team, well, the side groomed patiently over the past 4 years by Bobby Saxton is really catching the public's imagination. 20,000 for the match with Leeds on Boxing Day. Another good crowd has turned out today, despite the bad weather. But Blackburn's impressive unbeaten home record serves only to inspire a Huddersfield side who themselves are fast emerging as promotion contenders. A missed header by Jim Brannigan, leading to Huddersfield's first goal after 20 minutes. Dave Cowling's cross, perfectly measured for Dale Tempest. Within 2 minutes, Blackburn are in further trouble. Tempest's break exposes them again defensively. Steve Doyle almost tentatively snipes his shot against a post. Cowling is first to respond to the rebound. Blackburn are struggling to make any impression at all. Huddersfield almost score again when David Burke is clear. Tempest again involved. Vince O'Keefe smothers the shot well. It's certainly all Huddersfield at this stage. Cooper is sent through this time. Blackburn escape as Simon Barker clears off the line from Brian Laws. And the drama continues in Blackburn's penalty area as another Tempest header bounces off a post. In fact, it's not until 4 minutes from half-time that Blackburn create their first real chance. Ian Miller at last finding some room to set up Simon Garner for a near miss. In worsening conditions, Blackburn improve in the second half. Their efforts at last rewarded with a goal. A suspicion certainly of handball by Laws. Noel Brotherston carries on regardless, maintaining Blackburn's record of having scored now in every match this season. But hopes of a Blackburn revival are soon shattered. Poor Glenn Keeley, the unfortunate defender, who presents Cooper with an open goal to restore the 2-goal margin. And when substitute Jimmy Quinn guides a looping header against the Huddersfield bar, the second division leaders realise it just isn't their day.
What splendid action, though, and in spite of that defeat, they're first at home this season. Blackburn's still 3 points clear at the top. Oxford, though, have got those 2 games in hand. Now some more excitement. It's from the first division as Nottingham Forest face Aston Villa. And one decision for the Forest manager, Brian Clough, was to leave out his son, Nigel, who'd played on Boxing Day. Well, we joined the game in the first half. Our commentator is Martin Tyler, Nottingham Forest in red.
Peter Widd duelling with Paul Hart. That could be a significant battle. And Hodge timing his run from midfield. Well saved by Spink, who held his position and didn't commit himself in the face of Steve Hodge. Hodge, who makes a habit of darting through in threatening positions from midfield, but Spink is master then. Both sides operating basically with players breaking from midfield, as Gibson does, should score, and does. So just as Hodge got through and wasted his opening for Forest, Colin Gibson fastened on to the flick, went round the goalkeeper, kept his composure very well indeed, and powered it past Hart, who was trying to get back onto the line. Hodge, who, as this restricted a little at the moment by his wide berth on the left-hand side. Well played by Gibson. This is Walters. Hodge getting more involved. Walters leading the throw for Garrigo. Taken on the body by Wood. McMahon. Garrigo waving Walters away. And a chance for right out. And that's the sign of a goal scorer who's very much in form. It's 5 now in 3 games. Taken with great aplomb. One touch to control. And the second touch left Seggers helpless. It's Christie's header. They haven't quite dropped for Forest yet. Davenport. Taken away by Gibson. Birch. Swain has it back, now Hodge. Hodge putting in and out of the game, but creating things as Method does for Davenport. And by the post, it's 2-1. The scorer, but first Hodge on the perimeter of the action, really by his role in the side, and then Method with the decisive pass, creating the goal, which is Davenport's 11th of the season. Done. Davenport knocked in the back by Williams. Davenport, he turned beautifully, and Spink, and the shot was perhaps delayed because Davenport just couldn't set himself. Spink was able to snake out the left arm, and gratefully ensure it would seem that Villa do go in at half-time leading. Walters. Villa at times have certainly passed the ball in impressive fashion, belying their league position. And McMahon! It was a move of good, crisp passes. And McMahon then took matters into his own hands with a dipping shot that didn't quite dip enough for him. With, guided off cleverly as he's done so often for Gibson. And Walters is onside and can't beat Seggers. You could perhaps see the lack of fortune for him in recent months in front of goal. Looking to make sure and too close to the goalkeeper in the end. Villa had the opportunity then, with 10 minutes left, to put the game beyond Forest's reach. But Mark Walters, who scored 2 goals in their last away win at Stoke, couldn't beat Hans Seggers. Gunn. Gibson. Certainly you feel that either side deserves to score again. It was Villa, but here's Christie for Forest. And now Davenport. He has been the one really direct threat. Davenport, who combines his work on the ball with his work off it as well to make openings, and it was an inch or so too high. Forest still have possession. And there's a real war around the City ground now. Wigley. Here's Bowyer. Method could collect. Christie and Davenport a moment earlier had left the ball to each other. Being spoken to as Peter With, who was reluctant to retreat at the free kick. Todd has scored from this position this season, and does again! Well, Aston Villa should really have known about Johnny Method. He got the last-minute winner against Manchester United with such a similar effort, but he lifted the ball wide of Spink with 7 minutes remaining. It's taken a set-piece Forest to really pull themselves back into contention. Christie, Davenport. Now, what's he given? Surely, is it a penalty? Villa find it hard to believe. I must say, I wonder too. In my mind, threw himself to the ground. Aston Villa certainly aggrieved. But Davenport entrusted with the penalty. Spink getting instructions from McMahon, some gamesmanship. Perhaps McMahon has genuine knowledge of Davenport's penalty technique. And he's got it past Spink and has turned a 2-goal deficit into a 3-2 lead. 2.5 minutes remaining. Whatever the merits of the award, plenty to admire in the coolness of Peter Davenport. Williams. And that's a corner. Now there's life, there's still hope for Aston Villa. It. And McMahon's volley was scrambled away, but desperately close to coming up with some salvation then. After McMahon, another shot hooked away by Hodge.
So 3-2 to Forest, the final score after a really magnificent finish. Controversial too. Although the referee said afterwards that he gave that penalty right at the end for handball, not for pushing. So Forest now go to 5th in the table. Spurs and Everton, the joint leaders. Manchester United stay 3rd. Well, that's it. What great action to finish the year. And let's hope that 1985 brings you everything you wish yourselves. Certainly the Manchester United fans will be hoping that Brian Robson, for one, stays 100% fit, because all the time he's around, their championship chance is fully alive, as Brian proved at Chelsea yesterday with his stamp on all 3 United goals. Good afternoon.
McGrath, neatly getting round Smackman. Robson showing his knuckle way on the left here, and the pass finding Stapleton. He's got Hughes waiting in the middle. Tremendous goal. Robson right in there again. This time Jones. Oh, he's given it to Moses. Now to Robson. And now to Moses. They've got into the lead. Now Robson. So aware him and knew that Strachan was there, and having made his pass, makes a lovely run for the return. Now can he cross in a ball for Strachan? And is it in? It's gone there.